Stephanie.
I just have a tidbit.
Okay.
I like to share little tidbits because I don't have anything huge. But I've just been enjoying 1 Chronicles this week, the Ark of the Covenant. I've always been almost blown away by how when that ark was being moved and who was it that reached out and touched the ark?
Oh,
David brings the ark to Jerusalem in 1 Chronicles 13. And how powerful it was. I mean, even just to his normal reaction to me, like, it's like, okay, we're going to move this ark and do not touch it, And Pete and I were discussing this a little bit the other day about, did David tell the people that were going to help move that ark not to touch it? I hope he did.
Because he reached out to steady it, didn't he?
Somebody reached out, yeah. So did David say to the people when they were moving the ark, I have been told by God, do not touch this ark? Did he say that? Or if he didn't say it, then it doesn't seem very fair that a man lost his life because he reached out just to brace the ark from falling. You know what I mean? So I've just been kind of looking into this just a tiny little bit. I haven't gotten all the answers yet. But
can you read that top verse?
They shall keep guard over you and over the whole tent, but shall not come near to the vessel of the sanctuary or to the altar, lest they and you die. So who said that?
This is God saying to to Moses.
To David?
Moses.
To Moses.
Saying to Moses about this is the tent of meeting.
Yeah.
So God told him you can't go near it.
Okay, told him, but did he tell everybody that?
It was written in the law.
Okay, so they did know. So the people that were carrying that ark or transporting the ark knew not to touch it.
Yep.
So when the man did touch it, boy, that was his choice. Reflex. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. A reflex, but he knew not to touch it, though.
Right. But it says it was going to fall, and he went to protect it.
Yeah.
So what does that tell us? How do we reconcile that?
Well, see, to me, it was a fleshly response.
It looked like it was right. It didn't.
Because he touched it?
The oxen stumbled.
Yeah.
So he put forth his hand to hold the ark.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you think about like Abraham reached forth his hand to kill his son. That was done in faith.
Yes.
He stretched out his hand to do that. Well, this was done not in faith.
This was a human response, but yet he knew not to touch it. So to me, it's kind of like
even though Abraham like killing my son. This is who all the offspring all my offspring are supposed to come through, and I'm supposed to do that. It doesn't make any sense.
Right. But he did it. He did it out of obedience.
So what I don't get is, okay, now would the Lord really let the covenant or that
the ark
fall?
That's what I was wondering.
He stumbled, but I mean, who's going to pick it up if you're going to die touching it?
No, that's right.
To get it upright.
You mind reading that, Stephanie? It's right there.
I can't see it.
Do you need it bigger?
Have Stephanie read it.
I can read it. You mean, and David? That one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And David and all the house of Israel were celebrating before the Lord with songs and lyres and harps and tambourines and castanets and cymbals. And when they came to the threshing floor of Nacon, Ezra put out his hand to the ark of God and took hold of it. For the oxen stumbled, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Ezra. And God struck him down there because of his error. And he died there beside the ark of God.
And read the next verse.
And David was angry because the Lord had broken out against Ezra. I know, I read that part.
Yeah.
I know.
And why was David angry? Because God struck him down when
Yeah.
to David
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
seem like it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
You want to hear something wild? This morning, I read in 2 Samuel. I was just trying to find it, but couldn't, and he pulls it up.
Hmm.
And it was in regards to the same thing you brought up.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just this morning, I was.
Yeah.
That's God.
Yeah,
you God.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
But David couldn't stay angry long. You know, David was angry because the Lord had broken out against Ezra.
But look, read verse 9.
Let's see. Okay. And David was afraid of the Lord that day, and he said, "How can the ark of the Lord come to me?" So David was not willing to take the ark of the Lord into the city of David. But David took it aside to the house of Obed, Edom, and Gittite. And the ark of the Lord remained in the name of Obed and the Gittite 3 months. And the Lord blessed Obed, Edom, and all his household. Wow.
So David was afraid. So
Yeah.
what did God say? What does God say? He says, fear God.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this brought fear? I mean, David's.
Whoa. Big
God
time.
means business.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't mess around.
Now, the good thing is if Uzzah worshipped God, just because he lost his flesh doesn't mean his spirit's still alive. We do not know the destination of his spirit.
Can you hover over Perez Uzzah, where it says 4?
Right here?
I'm curious what it's no down, to the right. There. Can you hover
The
over
number
4? I'm just curious what it's called. The number 4. Right next
Right
to it.
next to Uzzah.
Oh, next to it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just curious what it's called.
Peruz Uzzah means the breaking out against Uzzah.
Huh.
God broke out against Uzzah.
Yeah.
So what? Well, let's look at. Go ahead.
Maybe you used them.
Yes.
Solidify that.
Yeah. How? What do you mean?
Like to solidify the fear of the Lord. Like
Mm.
I'm serious. I don't.
Yeah.
I used you for my good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and
My
God's.
plan. I want everybody to see this.
Yeah.
As an example? Yeah.
And this was a.
Because maybe other people were thinking, oh, I can do it, or it's not a big deal.
Mm.
David, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, what were they doing before this?
Wow.
They were celebrating. They were singing and dancing, songs and lyres and harps and tambourines. This was a joyful occasion. They were bringing God's very presence
Mm-hmm.
to the threshing floor. And then God brought to their minds that, hey,
Yeah.
your jubilance has nothing to do with you fearing me. I am still God.
Mm-hmm.